Hey guys, Hanazawa here and welcome back to another YouTube video. Today I'm going to be talking about Lucas from the Mother series versus Teruki Hanazawa from Mob Psycho 100. If you're going to enjoy this video, then make sure to like and subscribe, and let's just go on with it. For strength attack potency for Teruki, he was capable of fighting and was confident in beating Ryo Shizame, who scales much higher than the rest of the foot soldiers within Claw due to being part of the Ultimate Five, who are the strongest people within Claw. The little foot soldiers were stated to be more capable than the 7th Division leader, who was capable of destroying a large complex. Now, considering this is a large underground complex and not just one building, the power required to do so would equal to be almost 30 tons of TNT, or enough to destroy a city block. As for Lucas, meanwhile, he was capable of fighting Poke, who fought the Chosen Four. One of them, being Paula, was capable of freezing a large dinosaur instantly, which would require the power of equal to 14.17 tons of TNT, or city block level. So you could argue that Lucas upscales from this feat, and would therefore be more on par with Teruki, but Teruki also upscales from the feat that I've shown for him as well, meaning that Teruki is likely stronger than Lucas. When it comes to speed for Teruki, he's bare minimum a bullet timer, being able to fight Ryo Shizame, who's capable of dodging multiple point-blank bullets, which on average travel around 1,800 miles per hour. You can argue he's much higher than this due to being somewhat comparable to Sho Suzuki, who is capable of manipulating light in some way. I don't really buy this because he's not really manipulating it in a way where he's physically moving light or reacting to it. He's more just making himself invisible within it. So I'd say it's more of an invisibility technique rather than him being, light speed. But if you want to say he's light speed, we'll go over that in the conclusion. As for Lucas, meanwhile, he should be comparable to Poke, as we said previously, who can basically react and dodge light-based attacks. This means that Lucas should be way faster than Teruki, being literally hundreds of millions of times faster than Teruki. However, you can argue that they are comparable if you take light speed scaling for Mob Psycho characters. However, even then, it's debatable if Teruki even really scales to Sho, and you can argue that Sho is faster. So even if you do take light speed scaling from him, Lucas would just upscale from that, so he would be faster either way. As for durability, and Teruki is able to take a beatdown from Ryo Shizame and then just come back from it like it's absolutely nothing, meaning that his durability should scale to his attack potency. You could argue that his durability is much higher, however, as he was able to take a single attack from unknown % Mob. However, this is also a little bit contentious, seeing that Mob was able to absolutely stomp him in this form, and Teruki, has had to put up several shields in order to block it, and even then, his attack got shattered right through it. But basically, if you think that Teruki can take attacks from unknown % Mob, despite 100% Mob being leagues faster than him, or leagues more powerful than him, much less unknown % Mob, then he would scale much higher. But it is, a bit strange to say that he would be large island level in terms of durability, as 100% Mob was capable of creating a large storm spanning over several cities, which would require the power of equal to 38.5 gigatons of TNT, and unknown % Mob should be much faster and much more powerful than this, meaning that it would be just a bit inconsistent to have Teruki at that level of power. However, if you want to, then it's there. As for Lucas's durability, he's able to take attacks from Poke, meaning that his attack potency should scale to his durability. This means that even if you don't have Teruki Hanazawa's durability at unknown % Mob level, he would still be more durable than Lucas for the same reasons he would be more powerful than him in the attack potency section. For abilities, weaponry, and techniques, Teruki is skilled in hand-to-hand combat, has telekinesis, has psychic projection, can create force fields, can levitate, can sense, see, and damage spirits or ghosts, has regeneration nullification, has power mimicry, being able to copy psychic powers, he has resistance to possession and mind manipulation, has fire manipulation and explosion manipulation, has duplication, chi manipulation, can create psychic whips, and can also channel psychic energy into objects, making them more powerful. As for Lucas, meanwhile, he has telekinesis, energy manipulation, healing, has force field creation, he can also reflect psychic attacks, he has limited existence erasure to only pencil and octopus-shaped objects, can inflict or remove status conditions such as paralysis, uncontrollable crying, or confusion, can boost his strength or durability, he can hit ghosts, has explosion manipulation via bombs, super bombs, and pencil rockets, he can break physical and psychic shields. He has fate manipulation, being protected by the truth of the universe. He has fire manipulation, resistance to electricity, resistance to ice and fire manipulation rather, resistance to light manipulation, sleep manipulation, paralysis inducement, confusion, empathic manipulation, and poison. He has sticks as weapons, a bat, a yo-yo, the Franklin badge, which can reflect all lightning-based attacks back at the enemy. So, in terms of his more powerful abilities, that's certainly up in the air, since, Teruki's ability to mimic other psychic powers is definitely pretty overpowered, especially with his duplication. However, Lucas's ability of, limited existence erasure can reflect attacks, and can also just amplify his physical stats, not to mention his fate manipulation. That's pretty OP, so I'd probably give him the abilities point, and the weaponry point too, seeing that Teruki doesn't really use weapons. For versatility though, it's a little bit more up in the air. I'd probably still say Lucas due to simply having more abilities. When it comes to weaknesses, and Teruki's clones are basically much more weak and less durable than himself. As for Lucas, meanwhile, he doesn't really have much. He was a crybaby at the start of the series, however, across the journey, he basically had character progression and no really longer affects him, or at least that much, meaning that Teruki would be more vulnerable. So overall, who wins the fight? We've gathered from this that Teruki is more powerful and more durable, meanwhile Lucas is faster, has better abilities, is more versatile, has better weaponry, and is less vulnerable. So, who wins? If you don't take lightspeed scaling, then Teruki is pretty screwed. Well, yeah, even if you highball Teruki and say that he's got large island-level durability, Lucas would simply speed blitz him and would just chip away at him over time. And using his much wider arsenal could just outpace and just outmaneuver Teruki and just destroy him. If you do take lightspeed Teruki though, then it becomes a much more interesting debate, since Teruki is definitely stronger and more durable than Lucas and will be able to beat him in hand-to-hand combat, as while Lucas does have better weapons, Teruki just is outright better in hand-to-hand combat. Lucas can counter Teruki's barrier creation by just breaking through it. However, you could argue that Teruki can, mimic Lucas's psychic powers in order to have the same abilities that Lucas has. However, he would have to see Lucas's abilities in order to do so first. Not to mention that Lucas's fate manipulation is really overpowered and has, got protection from, fate itself. Not to mention that he can also just inflict status conditions onto Teruki, which Teruki doesn't really have answers for, which would also just give Lucas more of an open window in order to attack Teruki. Meaning that I do think that Lucas would win, especially because he would also be able to redirect some of Teruki's psychic attacks as well, and can heal himself if needed. So yeah, Lucas wins the fight, although it is close if you give Teruki lightspeed scaling. If you enjoyed this video, then make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.